We begin with a first-round draft pick in 2011. Cory Spangenberg was brought into the Padres minor league system as a natural second baseman with tremendous speed and leadoff abilities. Let's find out how he's doing and his progress toward the major leagues. MadFriars.com's John Conniff had the chance to sit down with Cory.
Cory had a very good season in 2011. Can you tell us why you had so much success your first year out of the draft?
I just think I was nice and relaxed. I had a great coaching staff in Pat Murphy and Chris Prieto and even Nelson Cruz. It made me fit right in and my teammates were great.
Describe your game a little bit. You play second base, and what type of hitter are you at the plate?
I feel like I'm a hitter who hits all parks, has a little pop, and you can run the bases pretty well.
Yeah, now you talk about running the bases pretty well. That's probably one of the better parts of your game. You're described as a plus runner. And this year, I think you've stolen at least 14 bases, only been caught once. What makes you so successful in stealing a base?
You're trying to study the pitcher, know what he has, know what his pickoff move is. You try to run in good counts, just be a smart base runner.
Yeah, also your slugging percentage has gone up a little bit this year. Is it more of a question that you've gotten stronger, or you're understanding more what people are trying to do to you at the plate?
I think it's a little bit of both. I really worked hard this offseason to get where I'm at, and I'm starting to become a smarter hitter, hitting the ball where it's pitched, not trying to do too much with it, just putting the good part of the bat on the ball.
When you talk about working hard, I mean, most people aren't really aware that you suffered a pretty serious concussion last year just by playing catch. So can you tell us a little bit how that happened?
Yeah, I was out for a good month and a half. I was dizzy every day, and it was tough because you can't do anything with concussions. You just have to let it go.
So how tough is it just to sit there and go, wait for hopefully tomorrow's pitcher? Is that essentially how you get better?
Yeah, because you can't do anything about it. You can just sit there and really just wait till your body tells you you're ready, and it took a lot longer than I wanted to or I thought.
Now, how did you prepare for the season coming up? You know, being aware of the concussion, did it affect any part of your game, or did you really have to focus on it not being a distraction to you?
I think when I came back last year, it affected some of my game, but then I went home for about 2 weeks and then went back to the fall league, and everything was better, so I don't think it really affected me this year.
Now, you were drafted, you were playing third base. I remember one of your years in college, you played shortstop. You played second, I think, in high school. Now you're at second base all the time. How have you found the adjustment to second base?
It's been fine. I played second base before. Actually, third base, I've only played there 1 year, and that was my draft year.
Right.
So I've been used to being up the middle more.
Now, second base, they always talk about it's so difficult with the different angles that you got to take. Is that kind of a tougher position, thought-wise, than like maybe shortstop?
I just think you need a lot of routines there. Just a lot of routines. Get your footwork, know where to throw, how to throw it, different angles.
Yeah, when I was out at spring training, you looked really comfortable because you're playing with Jace Peterson, who's a shortstop, and you guys are like best friends on the field and seems like off the field. Does that just help an added comfort level for you this year?
Yeah, it definitely does. We've been good friends ever since we got drafted. I went to hang out with him in the offseason. I flew down to Louisiana, and we've just hit it off ever since being drafted. So
what's the biggest thing that you're trying to work for to improve going into this year?
Everything. You can never be satisfied with where you're at. Hitting, fielding, obviously speed.
Now, how'd you get used to the minor league lifestyle? I mean, you played in college, you played about 40 games, 40, 50 games a season. You start playing 140 games, it's every day. You have a couple bad days, that suddenly takes your numbers down. How do you get used to the grind?
I mean, it's tough.
Yeah?
Exactly what you said, it's a grind. You just have to go out there every day with a clear head, forget about yesterday and just work on today.
Well, it's a lot easier for people like me to write that, but for guys like you to actually perform it, it must take quite a bit of discipline.
Yeah, it is tough. I think that's the hardest thing going into pro ball is playing every day. You just honestly have to get used to it.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Cory, for your time. Appreciate it. Best of luck this year.
Thanks for having me.
Boy, I tell you, John, Cory seems like a terrific kid. Obviously, a lot of pressure on him, too, being a first-round draft pick in 2011. What do you think is the #1 thing Spangenberg needs to do to accelerate his path to the major leagues?
Well, you know, it's hard to say because, I mean, he does so many things really well. But to make it to the major leagues, you have to do something well like 8 times out of 10 instead of 5 times out of 10. So when you talk to the Padres, I think all the tools are there. Maybe get a little bit better defensively at second base. Maybe a little more patient at the plate.